Well, good morning and welcome back to the program. Glad you're with us this morning. Hang on one second. Let me do this. Let's adjust. There we go. Just making the cameras better. Say good morning to my very dear friend Heather Court from the CMC, the Caribbean Multihull Challenge. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice if I turn your microphone on. There we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good.
Yeah, it's a change. It used to be from Heineken Regatta, and now it's
I
from
know. I had
CMC.
actually, and it was also be your married name way back when too. And I
Yes,
like,
it was
I almost like,
tackling.
I almost said the wrong thing. I really had to go.
I
Wait a
haven't
minute.
been that for a while. And
Oh,
actually, it's funny when I went back to my maiden name, it felt like I felt like I was supposed to be
well,
Heather Court, not
there.
tackling. So it was a nice welcome back.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We
I'm glad
missed
to
you.
be here.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Am I allowed? I've known you. How many years now? I can't remember.
2005,
Wow.
21. 21
Wow.
years, really? Oh,
Oh my
that
God.
makes me feel old.
Me too. Me
I
too.
was so young back then. Ah.
We all were. We all
Yeah,
were.
that was the golden era. It was
I
a,
had
it was a different
hair.
time. Did you? No. Did you back then? I
um.
think you always had it short, like
I
super
wore it
short.
short, but yeah, but never now. I just wear it super short because it's easier. I don't ever. Well, you know what I do? Once a week to just have Halil go buzz
Yeah,
whatever's here because I don't ever want to look like I need a haircut,
but you
especially in
don't
this business.
do it yourself. That seems so easy. Just does it.
I'm not that talented.
No.
I'm not that talented.
Oh, well, I also don't do my own
I can understand why.
hair.
Oh, anyway, so what? This is the eighth.
The eighth edition.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Of CMC, the Caribbean Multihull Challenge, and I can't believe it's been that long.
I know. I came on board 3 years ago to help out with just anything and everything, and it's been going well the last 3 years. There's a lot of interest. The multi-hull, it's a niche group, so the multi-hull sailors themselves is just a very specific type of people, and it's a very specific type of boat, and they either want to or they don't.
Yeah,
And so it's been this year has a great group of racing boats that have signed up, and we're really happy that we have such a nice fleet. Last year was a little bit less, and we
Mhm.
had the more in the rally, and this year it's flip flopped, and so we've got less in the rally
Wow,
and more in the
and,
racing.
it's really funny because last year we were thinking it was going to go the other way.
Yeah, we thought, okay, this is it. It's just going to become a rally, and we'll take whatever the people want. But then this year they decided they want to race, so we're happy, and the race committee's happy, and they've got some good courses laid out, and yeah, I think it's going to be a great weekend. If I don't know what the wind's going to do, I haven't looked at the weather for next weekend, but
Yeah,
it looks rough right now.
yeah,
It's breezy,
it's
so
very breezy
my
right now.
concern is I want the drone guy to be able to get images, so it needs to die down just a little bit
Just a
so
teeny
that he
bit.
can get the good shots.
There you go.
So, and we're
Very good.
using a local photographer, which is great. We're really happy about that. Two local guys actually.
Awesome.
So yeah, so we're
Awesome.
really happy.
Is it bittersweet for you to come home like this?
It's very strange. I find it. I don't. I'm sort of in limbo.
Hmm.
It feels like home, but
Mm.
it doesn't feel like home. I mean, I'm born here. I was
Mm.
raised here. I lived here most of my life, I think. But I've now been away for 14 years, so
I can't believe it's that long.
it's mixed feelings every time. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I was having the same thought because like for me, the one place that has been in my life the longest, other than like the state of Connecticut, um, is St. Martin,
Yeah.
right? So, and I've probably I'm here. I lived here. I've lived here 18 years. So
Yeah.
it's like wow.
Yeah. It's
It,
home.
yeah.
I mean, it feels good when you're here.
Right.
I mean, I get stressed by the traffic and I get stressed, but like everybody else. But it just, yeah, it's always something about St. Martin is very unique, and you can't replicate this place anywhere else in the world.
No.
I've lived in Aruba, I've lived in Florida, I've lived
Where
now
in
in the
Florida did you
Netherlands.
live?
I lived in Fort Lauderdale and
Mhm.
Orlando. I went to the
Mhm.
University of Central Florida for
Ah.
5 years.
I was just in. I had friends in Fort Lauderdale that came here on people that came here on vacation. They're walking by the house, saw the golden, I
Yeah,
think AM at the time the golden, and or maybe it was Neve. I can't remember. No, it's longer. It's before. Because Neve's only would be 3 years, so it's even. It must be Mocha and AM when I
yeah.
had both of them, and they were walking by the house, came to see the dog, and then we've just been friends ever since. And so I flew up to Miami, was stayed overnight in Miami, was driving. over Alligator Alley over to Naples to see my
Yeah.
aunt and uncle. So I stopped to have lunch with them in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And it's funny how this island makes these international
Yeah.
connections.
It's amazing how, I mean, when I was a kid, at some point I went to high
By
school.
by the way, good morning to Alyssa and Preston because they might be
Ah, good
listening.
morning. Yeah, I went to high school in. I first actually my parents sent me to boarding school in Fort Lauderdale, and
Mhm.
then I didn't do very well in boarding school. I didn't like leaving St. Martin, and so my mother actually moved to Florida, and I lived with her for I think 4 years while I went to high school in Fort Lauderdale, and then I moved to Orlando and finished university. And
Mhm.
so my mom has been we've had a house there since I was a kid, and then once my father passed, my mom moved there permanently from here because she wasn't going to stay here on her own. So
Mhm.
we've always had this connection with Florida. And as kids, that was where we went on vacation. And I remember distinctly going to the mall and hitting the bookstore and just having
The
like
ball and the
stacks of books at the age of like 10, 11, because there was no bookstore here.
well, yeah,
When
and
I
it's
grew up, there was nothing in the 80s.
well, and it's even today. I mean, we
It's
have more
hard.
we have
You
more
have
options.
more for
We have
sure.
more options for sure, but there's not a lot of
I
books.
mean, sports for us at that age in those years, there was no teams that we could join. There was
Mm,
gymnastics, there was swimming, there was dance, but it was very limited.
mm.
So, yeah, we've always had a connection with Florida. So I live there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am. So I have to be honest. I'm I- I've been flying a lot through Miami
which is
to
a nightmare.
well, actually, to be honest, I don't have a problem. You
You
know what?
like that? Don't
I,
you go direct to Fort Lauderdale?
well, they only go direct to Florida once a week, right?
Oh,
Right.
yeah. So then
And
you're
it's not,
limited on
and
where
it's
you can go and what
and
you
it's
can do.
and it's not year round.
But Fort Lauderdale's so easy.
Oh, it's simple.
It's
But you know what I've been doing? So there's this small little airport where my family is in Connecticut. It's a regional airport in New Haven, not far
yeah.
from Yale. It's 12 minutes from my cousin
Okay.
Amy's house, where I have a bedroom and the
Yeah.
cars and
So
the
can you
studio up
go
there.
from Miami to there?
So what I do is I go then, and this airline, the airline that flies to Tweed in New Haven, is um, is called the Velo, which is
Oh, never heard of that one.
it's they fly 737s,
Okay.
but zero frills.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
a seat belt. The
and
option,
you're good.
water. That's
Yeah.
the option.
And you have to get it yourself from the back of the plane.
No,
almost.
they come and bring it around. They bring it around, but
It's
and
not
they,
like the KLM where you
uh,
get
no,
served three
no,
meals.
no, there's no service. And, I mean, they're very nice, and it's a 2 hour flight, 2.5 hour flight, so
You
it's
don't
no big
eat
deal.
anything.
So if you get on the plane and you have your charger for your phone, you got an iPad, you got a book, a blanket, you
You're
go to
good.
sleep, right?
Yeah.
If you know what you're getting into. So they fly Fort Lauderdale to New Haven or West
Okay.
Palm to New Haven.
Yeah.
So what I typically do is I will go here to Miami and stay overnight at the Betsy in South Beach where I know the owners.
Yeah.
Then, for a night or two, and then I'll drive up to Fort Lauderdale,
Yeah.
fly a Velo to New Haven, and it's 12
That's
minutes from the
easy.
house.
Yeah.
So I've been said, I'm going to start to explore Fort Lauderdale a little bit because, Miami is and South Beach. I love to go to Miami and South Beach, but like Miami Beach is not what it was a million
No.
months ago.
I haven't been in a long time, but even when I lived there, we hit Fort Lauderdale Beach. We would hit the strip, and it
Yeah.
was like very common on a Friday night. You'd drive up and down the strip super slow,
Yeah.
and check
Yeah.
out who was there.
Still.
But you can still Fort Lauderdale Beach is nice to go to, and you can find parking, and you can just sit on the beach,
Right.
and it's actually enjoyable. I mean,
And-
it's not St. Martin beaches.
No.
I'm a bit of a beach snob.
Me too.
Since growing
Me too.
up here, I don't actually go to the beach in Fort Lauderdale anymore.
No, I don't either.
won't.
I don't.
I feel it's beneath my standards.
I don't go to the beach in Florida. I'll sit by the
Yeah.
pool in
Yeah,
Miami. I
once
like
you're here-
rooftop pool. I sit.
Yeah,
I-
once you've been to St. Martin beaches, yeah, there's no point
yeah.
in going to Fort Lauderdale Beach. I've walked the beach, but I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I've observed is that Fort Lauderdale, that whole strip feels like Miami Beach, North Miami Beach used to feel
Yes.
in the 70s and
I don't
80s.
think it's updated much. It hasn't changed as much as Miami and
Right.
like Ocean Drive and all that stuff has changed quite a lot.
And
I
so
think
the Betsy is right on Ocean
Yeah.
Drive
Yeah.
between 14th and 50th. And the thing that hits me in Miami is apparently I look like I could be Latino in the right
Well,
circumstance.
your skin color is
Yeah.
dark enough after being in the Caribbean for so long that
Right.
you
Well,
blend a little in.
I was this
So
dark.
do people speak Spanish to you?
The
They're
first,
like, Hola.
first, if they
¿Cómo
don't know me,
estás?
if they don't know me, I get Spanish
Yeah.
first.
but all of South Florida
Right.
is evolved into a lot of
but
Spanish.
but not Miami. I mean, this should be not
Not Fort Lauderdale,
Not for
no,
Fort
no.
Lauderdale. It feels like the old Miami, North Miami Beach.
My mom is in North Lauderdale,
Mm,
and so she's inland. She's in Coral Springs
mm.
area and that sort of part. And
My friends live in the
the
Bay Colony,
yeah,
which is
more on the beach side.
yeah, just over the bridge
Just
on the
yeah.
intercoastal. Yeah.
But even up where my mother is in Coral Springs, and she's close to like Sawgrass Mills Mall. I don't know
Mhm.
if you've ever been to the outlet mall. That's like
Mm-mm.
30,000 miles big. It's the biggest mall.
Wow.
Anything you can get, you can. They sell suitcases to people when they come in, so they can put all their stuff in it, and it's full of travelers,
I
right?
love it.
But and the Spanish has gotten that far. You'll hear it a lot in all the stores, and people
Yeah.
will come in and not understand why people aren't speaking Spanish up there. And then my mom's like, English.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
so I enjoyed. I never really stayed in Fort Lauderdale, so I stayed overnight one
It's
night in Fort
nice.
Lauderdale. I enjoyed it up there.
Yeah,
I like the. It's not the.
it's almost retro.
Yeah, it's not the swankiness
No,
of
it's
South
not
Beach.
fast paced
No.
either. It's a bit slow.
Like in
Yeah,
South Beach, you know what I like to do is I'll stay at the Betsy and then I'll walk down Lincoln Road from the beach side
yeah,
all the way to the bay side and back, get my steps in, go shopping, do my people
yeah.
watching,
Hit hit
get a bite,
Aventura Mall or
yeah,
Orange Grove,
yeah,
and
get a bite to eat, and
it
then
is nice. And I mean, it is a big change when you come from here,
oh yeah,
and it feels like you're in this big city, and
and you're not.
no, you're on the beach, but it is nice.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Anyway, we digress.
Yeah, we're
When,
supposed to
when
talk about the
we're
CMC.
going to talk about the CMC, the Caribbean Multihull Challenge. We'll do more of that in just a minute. It is 9:33 right here in the Northeast Caribbean. Stay with us more with Heather Cort from the 8th annual Caribbean Multihull Challenge. It's next weekend, right?
Yeah, next week Wednesday we have registration,
Wow,
and then Thursday we start.
wow.
Yeah,
We'll get into all the details right after this. Well, of course, welcome back to the program. 9:36. My dear friend Heather Court is with us from the 8th annual CMC, the Caribbean Multihull Challenge, which kicks off next week.
Yeah,
When
Wednesday we have registration at the yacht club from 4 to 6. We have a press conference that you'll get an invite to shortly,
looking forward to that.
later today, and then Thursday we start racing and rallying.
Ah,
So
yeah. And so, how do the race? There are 4 race days and 4 rally
four
days?
race days and 4 rally days. So the racers have their own schedule and their own start boat and their own courses, and then the rally has a set schedule. So for the rally, we go on Thursday. We head over to Friars Bay, and they
nice.
get to drop anchor and have lunch
Nice.
at the restaurant. And yeah, it's a rough life these ralliers are leading.
Yeah.
And then they'll head back to Simpson Bay, and we have a party at the yacht club that night. So, which you're of course more than invited to. And then Friday, they're going to head out to St. Bart's, where they spend the night, another rough day. And then they will have dinner in St. Bart's and cocktails and enjoy themselves. And then they come back to Great Bay on Saturday, where we have the Great Bay Beach and Boardwalk Jamboree. And we're going to have that actually out in front. Last year we had it sort of at St. Rose, sort of in the middle. And this year we've moved it down to Seaview.
Oh, cool.
So
that's a great spot for
it's
an
a
event.
great spot. And because we have the DM racing in Great Bay from 12 to 3, and you can watch it from Dutch Blonde, and you can actually see the racing. Then at 3 o'clock, we move next door to Seaview, and we're going to have a party there. We're going to have beach games and volleyball and tug of war and cornhole, and just have an afternoon where the sailors that are the ralliers, once they arrive back, they can take a dip in the pool. They can have cocktails, and yeah, we'll have prize giving there and a DJ with some music, and just have a nice afternoon on the boardwalk.
We recently did an event at Seaview, a fundraiser for vegan food, and
I saw that.
And
I saw that online.
It was a great.
Yeah, it's a great venue.
It's a great venue.
It's a wonderful location, and it reminds me of what Phillipsburg used to be.
Yeah.
All those years ago, and it feels more of a community.
Yeah.
And it feels very cozy. And
well, that's it. You know, it's kind of that little courtyard.
Yeah.
Right. That you have in the middle of the buildings.
Yeah.
That gives you that cozy feeling.
It's not too big. It's not too small. You can fit quite a lot of people there. So yeah, we're very excited. This is the first year for that. So we're happy that we were able to connect with John and get that going. And then Sunday, the sailors go back to. The racers will be racing, and the rally goes to Mullet Bay, and they're going to have a sort of a cocktail hour on Mullet Bay, where they're going to go from boat to boat and visit each other and kind of meet each other again, but on board. So they're going to host each other, and they can we'll have a sort of a round robin schedule for them and decide who goes to where, and then they come back and we have prize giving at the yacht club. So yeah, it's a nice event. You know, it's not too big.
Yeah,
it's very specific to multi-hull lovers and multi-hull enthusiasts, and
which is a slightly different breed of sailor.
It's a different type of people, yeah. But you know what? They race just as fanatically.
Oh yeah.
The racing fleet is not messing around. I heard your interview last week with Carrie and Meg from Heineken Regatta, and they were talking about Sophia coming in, and we're thrilled that Sophia's racing with us. And actually, we feel like it's a great way for the multi-hulls that want to race in St. Martin Heineken Regatta to test the waters. A month before St. Martin Heineken Regatta, they can come and race with us in multi-hull class, because several of the boats that are with the CMC are going to go to the Heineken. And so it's a great way for them to kind of get the bearings, figure out what the winds are doing here in St. Martin, and kind of and size up the competition a little bit.
Yeah, and by the way, there's a prize in Heineken Regatta.
Yes, there's a combined trophy for
CMC,
the sailors that do. Yeah, so we're really pleased that there's so much interest in the event, and that the team has worked very hard all year in different places around the world. Steve has gone to the Annapolis Boat Show. He's gone to France to boat shows. We're doing a lot online and on social media. We have there's two great publications, well, more than two, but All at Sea and Multi-Hull World and Latitudes and Attitudes, which is a great sailing publication. And they're all working with us, and they're trying to help us build the event. So
that's brilliant.
Yeah, it makes me feel like what we were doing with Heineken Regatta 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We were always trying to build and trying to get the name out. And Heineken Regatta is now established. They're in 46 years, and they don't need to get the name out. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows it exists, and now we've got to do the same with the CMC.
Well, yeah, and the fact that we're in year number 8,
yeah,
that tells you that we're making good traction.
Yeah.
and you get to year 10,
Yeah.
and then you start to get to that point where you're starting to get a little more established.
It makes you, I think when we hit 10, yeah, that's that feeling of, okay, we're here to stay.
Yeah, we're not
We're
going anywhere.
not, this is real. We're,
Yeah,
we're still fighting that little uphill battle to get the name out there, but it's, a digital world. So you gotta
yeah.
do everything you can. But I still believe in the old fashioned print. I think magazines are important. And I think that,
People like to see pictures, right? And people like to read, and people like to turn the
yeah,
page.
I mean, I have an ebook, but if you give me a choice, I'll still take my paperback any
Yeah,
day of the week. And so
yeah.
I think people still want to see magazines and they still want to read them and flip the page and
Yeah,
the smell of
yeah,
the paper and the smell of the magazine and the feeling of the print,
yeah.
the feeling of the weight of the magazine is just so we believe in that and we support that with like Caribbean Compass, All at Sea, all
Right.
those publications.
Without a doubt, I'm a huge turn the
Yeah.
page, and
Yeah.
I think that I don't think it will be. I don't think you'll see the new stuff, the evolution of digital go away, um, but I don't think you'll see paper go away either.
No, I think they have to work tandem. I
Yeah,
think they have to support each other. And I think a lot of people like the option of being able to look at their digital version when they're on the road or they're
right,
traveling. You're not going to pack a magazine anymore. You'll just read it online. But
right.
when they get home, they still want to read it, and they're happy to. And there's something about receiving a magazine in the mail,
Yeah,
and
still.
you open your mailbox, you're like, "Ooh, it's here,"
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
can read it, and it's nice because actually the kids have subscriptions when they were younger. They had subscriptions to books,
Right.
and every month they would get a new book in the mail
Mm.
when we moved to the Netherlands, and they loved it. And it's such a great way to encourage it.
Well, it's the same thing that you see with radio and television and its evolution. I mean, years ago, we started, it was always radio, right? And you couldn't see what was
Yeah,
happening. And now it's morphed. I remember we had our first little webcam that we
yeah,
had was this teeny little thing, right? That plugged into a
yeah,
computer USB, right?
yep,
And maybe if we had enough internet speed, we could stream the video out for people to watch.
yeah. And it's
and
come so far.
and now, I mean, it's expected that you could not
Yeah,
only watch what's happening
yeah,
if you're not in the car and just listening, or you could watch it later
yeah,
as a podcast.
yeah. And it's not just in the big world in where I live in the
Mm.
Netherlands. It's also here.
Oh yeah,
It's every little place in the middle of nowhere. People want to see what's happening. They want to watch it and live it with you.
yeah. And as a matter of fact, we're streaming right now on Facebook Live,
I know.
and it'll be on our YouTube channel it's live on YouTube right now.
That's great.
Forever and ever.
For me, and I think this is for most of your listeners that are not on island, it's a really nice way to feel connected. So when I see it come by,
Hmm.
usually it's the next day because I'm 6 hours ahead or 5 hours ahead. So usually in the morning when I jump online, I've seen yesterday's
Mm.
broadcast shows up, and I'm like, oh. So while I'm working, I pop it on and I have picture in picture, and so
Right.
it's on my screen,
Right.
and I can watch what happened yesterday to the radio
Well, you know
and
what?
enjoy it.
You know what's so kind of crazy, Heather, is that when I get in the car and leave the house every morning, I do this little thing called
Yeah.
Facebook Live behind the scenes, and sometimes you chime
I
in.
yeah, because the timing is perfect. It's right about lunchtime my time.
But I have like so many people that say, "I see you every morning,"
Yeah.
and if I'm not there, then I get messaged like,
Yeah,
"Is
where are
everything
you?
okay? Is everything okay? What happened?
Are you sick? But it's building that connection with
Yeah.
people, and it's
Yeah.
nice. And I think people feel, especially tourists and people that visit St. Martin, they feel connected
Mm.
through the programming.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And so thank you to our sponsor of Facebook Live behind the scenes, Bright Path, Corporate Commercial Tax Advisory and Immigration Services. We appreciate your
Absolutely.
support of that all these years. CMC kicks off
Wednesday for
Can't-
registration.
Can't believe the time flying
I
by.
know. I just got here Sunday.
And how long are you here for?
2.5 weeks.
Awesome.
So yeah, I need to get some sun because I'm it's obvious that I just got here. I came from
I didn't say that.
in Celsius -10 last week to now 26, 27 this week here. So it was a little bit of a shock to the system.
Yeah.
We had snow a week and a half ago.
Has it been a pretty cold weather in the Netherlands?
It was a big
cold winter.
We just had this huge storm come through and drop a bunch of snow and ice, and everybody panicked and nothing could work, and the train stopped and the kids had no school, and it was great. And then I was like, bye.
See ya.
Enjoy the rest of the week. I'm going to St. Martin.
Well, you know, the funny part is I was the U.S., the northern part of the U.S., even all the way down to northern Florida. It
snowed in Florida.
Right, in the Florida Panhandle and all. It's like cold, cold. It was like 45 degrees in Miami the other day.
And then they're like, global warming. I'm like, not this week.
Well, you know what? It is I think you can safely say it's the impact of climate change. Where it's having different... It makes the patterns more severe and
I spoke
crazy.
To my mother on one day, and it was 43 in Fort Lauderdale, and it was 41 in the Netherlands. The fact that Fort Lauderdale was colder than the Netherlands on that morning, I was like, something is wrong.
This is
the first time in 14 years that I've lived there that it is colder in Fort Lauderdale than it is in the Netherlands. Because when you look at the map, we're just as high as New York.
Right.
And so we have cold weather.
Right.
But it was colder in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
My mother was like, I'm not leaving the house.
Yeah. I don't blame her.
Thank God there's no snow, because I think that would be terrible for all the snowbirds that are in Fort Lauderdale at this time.
I remember being in Florida earlier this year, just on an overnight. And, thank God I had long pants and a sweater.
It was brisk.
It was cold.
One year when I lived in Orlando, because I went to university, I had to scratch the windows from ice one year. And this was, wrong. I'm not going to say how many years ago, but
it's wrong.
It was, and I was like, what is going on? Because I'm in Florida. Like, I should not be
doing this. Is
this
wrong.
Should not be this cold.
This is wrong. Wrong.
Yeah. Well, I like where I live, but it's not, I can't stay there forever just because I need sunlight and warmth.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So my goal is to live in the winter somewhere warm, and in the summer go back. Because it's beautiful in the summer.
Yeah,
it's beautiful, and it stays light till 10 o'clock at night, and you can enjoy the long summer nights, and you have beautiful weather, and it's hot. Yeah. Like you can go and swim in the lakes and stuff. It's beautiful. So I was like, this is my yeah. But that's my goal, is to have somewhere warm for winter, and then the Netherlands in the summer, and then I'm good.
Nice. There you go.
I just need to retire first.
If folks would like to come and register to participate in the CMC.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
They can just go to CaribbeanMultihullChallenge.com, and they can follow the links and go to Yacht Scoring and sign up. Awesome. And if they can't figure that out, they can always send us an email and we'll do it for them.
And what's the email address?
info@CaribbeanMultihullChallenge.com.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. No, we look forward to seeing everybody. And come out to the parties. Yeah. The Yacht Club's going to have a band every night.
Gotta love that.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So come out to the Yacht Club and enjoy the sailors and enjoy the energy. And the vibes, it's just everybody having a good time. It's just pure enjoy, fun.
You don't have to be participating as a sailor to come participate in all of the parties.
Absolutely. And that's we want people to come, and we want people to come to the boardwalk on Saturday and come play cornhole with us. Teams don't have to be sailing to sign up. If you have a team of 4 people minimum, so 4 to 6 people, 4 to 8 people, and you want to join and play volleyball and cornhole and tug of war, come. We've got prizes. Yeah, in the Jamboree on Saturday. All they have to do is get in touch.
Awesome.
And we would love to have as many teams as possible. And we're talking, if there's a group of teenagers or a group of anybody, just come and sign up, and let's have some fun and play volleyball on the beach. I mean, what better way to spend your vacation?
Life is good
on a Saturday.
Life is good.
Yeah, we're not complaining.
Life is good. Heather Court from the 8th Annual CMC Caribbean Multihull Challenge, CaribbeanMultihullChallenge.com, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. Always a pleasure.
It was my pleasure. And thank you for the croissants that made my breakfast. That was beautiful.
Croissants courtesy of coffee and croissants courtesy of Le Sucrier right next door. So thank you guys.
The best.
They have a new French. There's a special name for the baker who makes the croissants.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of what the word is.
There's a special word for that
specialty of baking.
Oh.
And they have a new baker who
like
makes it.
Sommelier for wine.
Yeah,
same concept.
But there's a special word.
Oh.
Vivian, are you listening? Call me 544-3377.
Tell us.
What is the word? What is the name? But they have a new one of those that is here from France.
Whatever I just ate was heavenly.
Aren't those incredible?
The chocolate was.
You had the chocolate one.
Yeah. Why would you not?
Well, yeah. Life is good.
Yes, it was. It was the best way to start your morning.
I couldn't agree more.
That and coffee, but I don't drink coffee, so
I put on 5 pounds every morning just smelling it all
I
when I
can't.
walk in.
I think it's dangerous to be right next door. I think you have to like have a set limit as to how many you can eat a week.
my other it's very hard for me because I leave them there. So I can't
Yeah.
reach them.
Oh,
Otherwise there'd be none for any of the visitors.
but that's a little bit BS because I would not be able to stop myself from eating them. It's less than a
reach.
meter away.
I can't reach.
Oh, you've mentally told yourself you
Yes,
can't
I
reach?
can't reach. Yes, it does.
That wouldn't work for me. I have zero willpower.
Usually I'm the same way. Especially if I get hungry in the morning. But the other thing that's really super cool next door at Le Sucre is if you go and especially get the baguettes when they're still fresh and warm.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, just give me the baguette. I'll rip it to shreds and eat it
You
right
could
here.
just eat
the whole,
it. You don't even need anything on it.
no, the whole thing right
I
here.
mean, butter is like
Optional.
the cherry on the cake.
Optional.
But
That's
a good baguette, you can just eat with nothing.
They're pretty yummy next door.
Yeah.
And
Now I'm gonna have to go there.
Yeah.
Okay. You've convinced me. Guess where I'm going tomorrow morning.
So I'm going to share with you something else. So when I was a kid so I'm a lot older than you.
No, you're not.
I feel like
How old are you?
I'm going to be 59 in March.
I'm 51.
So a decade.
It's not that. It's 8 years. It's not that much.
So do you remember on Fridays? So when I was growing up in grade school in the States, on Fridays, it was a big thing, because they didn't eat, a lot of the Christians didn't eat meat on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And so Friday was always pizza squares in the cafeteria for lunch. And they make, and of course as a kid, you like any pizza, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember these square things of pizza, right? Well, if you go next door, they make.
Oh, they have square pizzas.
Yeah, little.
So it's like a flashback to your youth.
And they're so bad, they're good.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have, growing up here in elementary school, we didn't have meal.
Yeah.
And but we did have the milk lady, and she would make this pot of warm milk, and we were required to drink it as kids.
Warm?
It was not my favorite part of the day.
Warm.
It was warm. It was a pot of warm milk, and we would go as kids. And if you ever talk to Neela, ask her about it, because she was in my class and she liked the milk, so we would always get her to drink our milk. And maybe that's why she was smarter than the rest of us, but she always drank the milk. And we would have to line up with our little cup, and we would get this warm cup of milk, and we'd have to drink it. It was awful. That's the only thing we had at Sister Regina School. It was
really?
it was not.
Was that a Caribbean thing? Warm milk?
I don't know. All I know is it was like the one thing that stuck with me as
Was it
being
like
the
fresh?
worst
Was it
possible. It was like
fresh
powdered
from-
milk.
fre-
It was,
oh,
yeah, it was
oh.
like like Nido,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it was bad.
gross.
But everybody drank it except for like me and a few others. It was awful. So
Wow.
you should enjoy your pizza memory, because we did not have pizza memory.
Oh my God.
What we had growing up when I was in Florida, and I went to high school in Florida, we had like a cafeteria thing, and we would always get a bagel with cream cheese, like the best fresh bagels, and you put potato chips on it.
On the
Salted
bagel?
potato chips on the
the
cream cheese, and then you squish it and you have a sandwich. It's
What kind of potato chips?
just regular Lay's plain potato chips, and the saltiness mixed with the cream cheese and the bagel is heavenly. And my kids eat it now.
What kind of bagel?
Just a plain bagel, cream cheese, some potato chips, squish the top on, and try it.
I'm going to try it.
It's very good. My kids who have grown up with me, I used to make them, so they eat them now. And they're in they're Gabby's 25 and Ariana's 19. That makes you.
I never heard this one before.
But this is maybe a Florida thing, because
Now-
that's what we had.
Okay,
in
so
Florida.
now we're going to keep going. So my mother, may she rest in peace. I remember Thomas's English muffins?
Yes, which
would
I
take
love.
take Thomas's English muffins and
The nooks and crannies.
right, and she would put a piece of cheese over the top of it and put it under the broiler
Yeah.
with like a drop of, I want to say ketchup.
Okay, to like make it like a mini pizza.
But not really. Because the ketchup stayed in the middle of the circle of the.
So it just kind of
melted.
solidified.
Yeah, and I haven't done that in a million years.
You know what else is good?
What?
Also very strange. You're gonna take a piece of Gouda cheese, Gouda.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna cut it in like a little strip.
Yeah.
You get a block of cheese,
Right.
and you're
Cut
gonna,
it in like a
a little, almost looks like a French fry.
Okay.
You're gonna dip it in Nutella. It is the best.
Okay.
There's something about the hazelnut and the cheese and the
I'll try.
whatever. It's it's one of those weird things that I used to eat. I don't eat it anymore because I can't. I should not eat that much Nutella. But
If I show up in Connecticut without, chowder,
yeah,
I get yelled at. As a
yeah.
matter of fact,
Do you take a wheel?
I usually take two small wheels because
Yeah.
it fits easier in the carry-on.
And
I buy it in the
it stays fresh better.
Yeah. And so when I was going to Naples 2 weeks ago, I brought two of them. I put them in my
Yeah.
carry-on. And when I got to my hotel, I put them in the little refrigerator in the
to
room.
Keep them.
Yeah, and I left them there.
Oh no!
I was so pissed.
Oh no!
I got to Naples and I went, damn.
No, that's
So-
like the worst.
So the housekeeper, I'm sure, got two really
And
great.
was like, "What is this crap?"
Yeah. And it was the real stuff from
Yeah.
home.
Oh no, I do like cheese. I do
Yeah.
like cheese. But cheese and Nutella.
I would have never
I
thought
recommend.
to.
No, it's a weird combo, but it hits the spot.
Yeah, no argument here. See, now I'm going to go get some Thomas's English muffins, and I'm going to put chowder on the top of the muffins. Because
Yes.
with my mother, it was American.
It is nice when it's melted.
It was American cheese. It was
Oh, the squares?
yeah.
Oh,
and then
that's really-
bad.
I drive to Germany to get English muffins because they don't sell them in the Netherlands, but they sell a German version.
Uh-huh.
And so I drive an hour to Germany to the grocery store to get certain things like syrup, like pancake syrup. Aunt Jemima, they have a knockoff version in Germany that
Well,
tastes
then
exactly.
we're not allowed to call
No,
it Aunt
it's
Jemima
what's
anymore.
it called anymore?
Hey, Mr. S, what's it called? Pearl
Mills.
Mills.
Well, Miss
This
Aunt
is-
Jemima is always going to be Aunt Jemima.
So listen, when they took Aunt Jemima off the bottle and changed the name,
Yes.
I went out and bought as many as I could,
Just because.
just
Well,
because.
ours doesn't
I
have
still-
anybody on it,
I still have one up on
but it's
the
a
closet.
knockoff version.
Yeah.
But I buy that and I buy English muffins because
But
I can't get them.
You
in
can't get
the Netherlands.
maple.
no.
You can't get maple syrup.
You can, but the Dutch version is very different. And my kids are too Americanized, having lived here most of
Yeah.
their life. And even my son Dylan, who was born in the Netherlands, prefers it.
How is Dylan? I haven't
He's
seen
good.
him. I haven't seen him
He's
since last
good.
year.
He's
How old
just-
is he now?
He's 11. He just signed up for a
11.
a coding course.
Oh my God.
He wants to learn coding.
God
But
bless him.
we can't find anything in the Netherlands that would work. So I found an online schooling for
Mhm.
people that are in the States that do homeschooling.
hmm
And he's taking a coding course. So
Does
he
he
just
like it?
started that. He loves it. So
Awesome.
yeah, he's 3D printing. He's into all that stuff.
Good
And he
for-
still remembers when he was here the last time. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna see socks. Say hi for me."
When's he coming back?
I don't know. We usually try to go every other year, so
Mhm.
we were just here this summer. So
Mm.
probably not till the summer after.
He'll be super big and tall. Be
He-
taller than me.
His foot's bigger than mine. I just had to go buy new shoes. He's a European size. He's like a 40, which is what I wear, like a 39, and
and
he's 11.
and how tall is he?
He's to here. He's 5 foot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be way taller
But
than
Jorn
me.
is a meter like 80 something.
He's gonna be way taller than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
A year
He's
from
gonna
now.
be taller than me.
A year from
and
now, I'm
his
gonna have trouble.
sisters. I keep telling the sisters, don't pick on him because one day he's gonna be taller than you.
Exactly.
But no, everybody's good.
Well,
Everybody's
give
enjoying
everybody my
things.
best. It's always a pleasure to see you.
It's good. I'm glad to be here.
The 8th annual CMC Caribbean Multihull Challenge next week.
Yeah.
Register on.
I'll be there. If
Where-
anybody wants to come visit me,
Yeah,
I'll
go
be
see
at the
Heather.
Yacht Club.
Register on
CaribbeanMultihullChallenge.com.
and next
Info at
yeah, and Wednesday is the
registration.
Perfect. Always a pleasure to see you, my dear.
Thank you.
I'm way late. It is just about 10 a.m. right here in the Northeast Caribbean. Let me see if I could get myself almost in sync, if I could fix this. I don't know if I can, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Let's see if that works. I think it will. We're going to see if I can get myself back in sync here. It is just about 10 a.m. right here in the Northeast Caribbean. Don't move. My name is Dr. Sock. More fresh air in the morning is on the way. Jem Porter from Red Piano on the way in.